Hi and welcome to my home office here in Cape Town, South Africa. I'm Roger Strain of Mint. I've got a career in business to business selling of business applications for companies like Deloitte and JD Edwards and Microsoft. And in 2004, I started my own business implementing what was the first version of Microsoft's business applications, then called Microsoft CRM. And recently we joined the Mint group of companies. And today I help our largest customers to implement Dynamics 365, the Power Platform, and in fact, Microsoft's cloud services in general. I find it fascinating how this global pandemic has affected us all around the world pretty much in the same way. We've had a busy time. We've been approached by many of our customers, helping them to digitally transform during this period. And for this presentation, I thought it'd be useful to share a couple of the stories from my experiences during this time. The first story is about a friend of mine. We've been doing walks in the forest before work. Great way to socialize during lockdown and get out of the house. We got to talking about the effect of COVID on our businesses. He started his own business right ahead of lockdown, and to my surprise, he's been doing really well. He's got lots of new clients and lots of new work. And he explained that he's been doing this through social selling on LinkedIn. So this story really reconnected me with Microsoft relationship selling. This is the combination of LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Dynamics 365. Microsoft acquired LinkedIn in 2016, still the biggest tech deal in history. And since then they've been working to integrate their products and make social selling more user-friendly and accessible for you and me. Independent researcher Nucleus Research found 12 to 15% productivity increase from using the product, 30% improvement in win rates, and 80% improvement year on year on sales for those using the tool. One of the key features of Sales Navigator is to be able to configure searches, such as by industry, size of company, seniority level of the people, and their business function. With these searches, you're then able to save people that you're interested in that network as leads, and you're able to connect to them in LinkedIn in the normal way. Composing these connection messages has been what my forest friend has been doing really well at. Being able to reach out to people, connect to them, set up meetings, and even if they don't accept your meetings, they are going to be seeing your content. As Gary Vaynerchuk says, LinkedIn is one of the few remaining organic social networks. So the people in your network are going to be seeing your content without any algorithms filtering the content. If you're using Dynamics 365, the contacts linked to leads and opportunities in your pipeline are also going to automatically be coming into your feed in Sales Navigator. This feed is a tremendous tool for salespeople. Knowing what's going on in your network, who's moving between companies, everything you need to know about the industries you're targeting is an invaluable sales tool. The contacts integrated with my Dynamics give me this CRM button, which allows me to click on them and open that CRM contact directly in my Dynamics. And similarly from within Dynamics, I get access to all of the Sales Navigator information using these widgets. All the information about the person, the company they're working for, and the people in those companies. Importantly, I can use this information not only in terms of my connections on LinkedIn, the people that I'm connected to, but also those in my Team Link network. So it's a feature of LinkedIn to be able to connect a sales team, such as we have at my company, and then I can see how many people that I can reach out to and connect as a result of those relationships from my colleagues. So we can use this in-mail feature, which is a feature of Sales Navigator, to be able to send messages directly to contacts, far more well-read than email. Again, composing these messages is the secret sauce in terms of the social selling. We also get some pretty cool analytics. In this case, this is our team at Mint, and a Power BI report showing us all of the information about those contacts. The next story I wanted to share with you is from Wesgrow. They're a public sector organization responsible for promoting business and tourism in the province that I live, which is the Western Cape. We had just implemented Dynamics 365 for their stakeholder management, and as lockdown hit, they reached out to us because they were wanting to get the word out to this database of a new service that they just launched, which is a COVID crisis center. So it's a website, and it gives local businesses, small and large, free services with the ability to apply for funding and a range of other government-related services. So we were able to literally just over a weekend turn on Dynamics 365 marketing on their cloud subscription, and I helped them put together this mailer that you saw here. We literally got it out the following week. They can now track the engagement with these businesses, being able to see, for example, who's opening these emails, what that looks like over time, what the global reach looks like, and a heat map of who's been clicking on what on the email. It's really been awesome working with an organization that is so responsive and forward-thinking and doing such great work for our local businesses in their time of need. The third story I wanted to share with you is about one of our biggest local insurance and investment firms. Given the COVID conditions, they were urgently wanting to execute cross-sell and upsell campaigns to their customer data set. Their challenge was they're a federated business. They described a situation with some 10 different business units, each with their own customer data, their own marketing teams, and no single version of customer that they could execute these campaigns against. So we positioned Dynamics 365 Customer Insights. Gives them the ability to unify the data by mapping, using this ribbon-driven approach, to the 10 different data sources that they described, be able to match on criteria such as, in this case, companies with name and phone and website, and then merge the information, removing any duplicate fields and data sets. So this makes what is otherwise a complex data warehousing project a far more efficient and streamlined wizard-driven approach. And with our newly unified customer data set, we can configure segmentation queries. And one of the key features is that these segmentation queries can be consumed within the Dynamics 365 marketing execution tools. And then their digital team was looking for, and I quote, nurture marketing campaigns with channel remarketing rules and multi-touch attribution based on pixel footprint. So what this means is they want to target people with email if they have an email address. If that bounces or they don't have an email address, they want to be able to send them an SMS if they have a mobile number. And this should be a smart SMS, meaning there's a link in them that can be tracked. For those that don't, they want to target them with a social media campaign via LinkedIn and Facebook. And for those that are not able to be reached on any of those channels, they want to be able to push a phone call record to their contact center to give them a phone call. So then, using the customer journey capability in Dynamics 365 marketing, we were able to craft this journey. So this toolbox on the right gives us the ability to target segments, send them email, SMS, and social campaigns, and branch this using triggers. So we look at this example. We targeted a particular segment, and where that segment is targeting our loyalty members of gold, silver, or bronze that have mobile numbers and email. And it's also checking if they are opted in on life insurance. So how this works is based off the subscription page that we defined for them. So this is at the bottom of an email that we get sent, allowing a customer to choose their preferences. So rather than unsubscribing from all communications, we can choose whether we're interested in investment related news or life insurance. So these are customers that have opted in on life insurance. We're then able to target that segment with our email communication, as we've seen with the Wesgrow example. And the trigger allows us to wait for a period of time and define a rule that checks if the email had hard bounced or soft bounced. And then if it does bounce, we're able to send an SMS. If no link in that SMS is clicked, we then target them on a social campaign. Out of the box, Dynamics Marketing supports LinkedIn, and we proposed a custom connector for Facebook. And then if none of those channels is reached, We create a phone call activity which can be pushed to Dynamics 365 sales, and our outbound contact center can pick up the call. And then if you can see this little map right at the very bottom left of the journey, we've got two other routes for those with only mobile numbers and for those with only email addresses. We have a slightly different journey for them. So then, given we've now got a single customer data set across all of these 10 different business units, this customer was really worried about one of them spamming the customer list. So we used the suppression segment capability in Dynamics Marketing, and we defined it so that participants in the campaign within the last 7 days where the campaign product is life insurance are then excluded or suppressed from the customer journey at any point in that journey. So I feel like these were really testing enterprise grade requirements from this customer, and the product more than stood up to the test. In fact, last week we got the go-ahead from this customer. They have decided on Dynamics 365 as their enterprise standard for all their marketing automation going forward. I hope these stories from our real-world business-to-business customers have given you some ideas in terms of activating digital selling. At Mint, we help our customers with digital transformation. We've partnered with Microsoft and their Catalyst methodology for this design thinking based envisioning workshop that you can find on the Microsoft App Store. I'd love to also hear from you on LinkedIn if you want to continue the conversation, and do also check out my YouTube channel where I make videos about related content. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of the event.